Hi family, my name is Carina and I serve with the Waikiki Beach Church at Church on the Beach. And today I'm gonna just share what really blessed me, and it's a poem by C.T. Studd called Only One Life, It Will Soon Be Past. So before I read the poem, I just wanna kind of give you some verses that really blessed me along with that poem. So in Mark 8:36, it says, "Or what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?" In Matthew 6:19-24, it reads, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal." Our time here in these earthly tents are quickly coming to an end, and in the Psalms, it writes in Psalms 90:9-12 of this theme, "For all our days have dwindled away in your fury. We have finished our years like a sigh. As for the days of our life, they contain 70 years, or if due to strength, 80 years. Yet their pride is only trouble and tragedy, for it quickly passes and we disappear. Who understands the power of your anger and your fury according to the fear that is due you? So teach us to number our days, that we may present to you a heart of wisdom." And in Isaiah 40:6-8, it reads, "A voice calls, saying, 'Call out.' Then he answered, 'What shall I call out?' All flesh is grass, and all its loveliness like the flower of the field. The grass withers, the flower fades, when the breath of the Lord blows upon it. Surely the people are grass. The grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of God stands forever." And in both Matthew chapter 10 and 16, Jesus speaks on the subject of discipleship, both times stating, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it." And specifically in Matthew 16:26, it says, "For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and will then repay every man according to his deeds." Our brother and apostle Paul is quoted in Galatians 2:20, one of my favorite verses. It says, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me." And in Philippians 1:21, it says, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." And lastly, in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "Therefore, since Christ has suffered in the flesh, arm yourselves also with the same purpose, because he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, so as to live the rest of the time in the flesh, no longer for the lusts of men, but for the will of God." And these verses just reminded me of that poem, again, by C.T. Studd called Only One Life, It Will Soon Be Past. And I just want to read that poem, and hopefully it blesses you as well. "Two little lines I heard one day, traveling along life's busy way, bringing conviction to my heart, and from my mind would not depart. Only one life, it will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, yes, only one. Soon will its fleeting hours be done. Then in that day, my Lord to meet and stand before his judgment seat. Only one life, it will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, the still small voice gently pleads for a better choice, bidding me selfish aims to leave and to God's holy will to cleave. Only one life, it will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, A few brief years, each with burdens, hopes, and fears, each with its clays I must fulfill, living for self or in His will. Only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. When this bright world would tempt me sore, when Satan would a victory score, when self would seek to have its way, then help me, Lord, with joy to say, only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Give me, Father, a purpose deep, in joy or sorrow, thy word to keep, faithful in truth, whatever the strife, pleasing thee in my daily life. Only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Oh, let my love with fervor burn, and from the world now let me turn, living for thee and thee alone, bringing thee pleasure on thy throne. Only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, yes, only one. Now let me say, thy will be done. And when at last I'll hear the call, I know I'll say, 'twas worth it all. Only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. And when I am dying, how happy I'll be if the lamp of my life has been burned out for thee. So only one life, it will soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last.